Yasharahla, double honors to the apostles, elders, and bishops of Great Millstone who do well. Peace and salutations to you, brothers, doing this work in truth and in sincerity. Once again, it's your brother One Ariella with the GMS Mighty Camp. And real quick, just going through the book of Second Ezra 15, ran across verse 20, it just pretty much fortified, my hope in this truth, man, and I know it's hard for us to realize sometimes that the Lord really does have love for us, the nation of Israel, starting with the elect, but the Lord really does love us, man. Okay, and He's moving things around the world, and He's causing things to happen just for the sake of His people. Okay, Yasharahla, He Prince Power. So it says in Second Ezra 15 and 20, it says, "Behold, saith the Most High, I will call together all the kings of the earth, to reverence me, right, to show respect, which are from the rising of the sun and from the east, and from Libanus, to turn themselves one against another, and repay the things that they have done to them." And who's the them? This is talking about the nation of Israel. The Lord's going to call all the kings, man, which are the rulers, the presidents, your governors, your senators, all right? And He's going to cause them to all come down and fight, all right? And He's going to conquer these different nations, man, okay? Matter of fact, let me see if I can get this real quick. All right, it's the book of Revelation 19 and 12. It says, "His eyes were as a flame of fire, and on his head were many crowns. And he had a name written that no man knew but he himself," right? And those crowns represent what? The conquering of those different nations. All right, so the Lord's coming back to bring what? Destruction through famine, through plagues, okay? And he's going to, cause these different nations to come down in the valley of Yahweh Shaphat to receive their judgment. Real quick, it's the book of Joel 3 and 2. It says, "I will also gather all nations," right? Going back to Second Ezra 15 and 20, where it talks about the crowns, right? He's going to gather all the nations and will bring them down to the valley of Yahweh Shaphat and will plead. And that word plead means to judge. The Lord's going to judge these other nations for his people, and will plead with them for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land, right? Go into your history, transatlantic slave trade, the sub-Saharan slave trade. All right, we were sold as slaves in India. All right, we were sold to the Arabs, Iranians, all the nations. They were confederate against the nation of Israel. They clapped their hand when we ceased to be a nation. Okay, but the Lord is saying this. Okay, well that's fine. When I'm coming back, I'm going to put all you nations into subjection. But before that happens, I'm going to cause y'all to fight each other. I'm going to cause y'all to kill each other off, and whoever's left is going to be the ones who are left, and they're going to be servants. They're going to serve the children of Israel, starting with the elites, man. Okay, all this is for the sake of the nation of Israel. So continuing on, right? And you know that the people that based on the part where it says imparted my land. If there's anybody on the land today, it's not the children of Israel, because that land was parted. It was, you have the small hatters on one side, and you have, Ishmael on the other side, or Ham on the other side, whatever, right? And they're all trying to fight for that land, but that land does not belong to them. But the Lord scattered us, but He used those nations to scatter us amongst other nations. But it was a price to pay for that. There's a recompense, and this is why the Lord is going to bring that third and final woe. Okay, but real quick, going back to Second Ezra, Salakia. Okay, Second Ezra 15 and 20. Okay, and 21 it says, "Like as they do yet this day unto my chosen, so will I do also, and recompense in their bosom. Thus saith the Lord: My right hand shall not spare the sinners, and my sword shall not cease over them that shed innocent blood upon the earth." Okay, so the Lord is coming to bring judgment to these different nations for what they've done to His chosen. But we know that the chosen of the Lord is Israel. Okay, Yasharahla, He's the Prince of the power. Okay, so this is what we're seeing in the world today. These nations, they're plotting against each other, and they're trying to devise a way to overtake one another. But it's the Lord that's putting that in their mind to do so. Okay, Scripture says that the heart of the king is in the hands of the Lord. He turns it as there is of rivers of water whithersoever he wills. So they're really playing to the tune and the beat of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, man. I just wanted to, drop that quick nugget real quick, because once again, how great is the love of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai for us, man. And the promises that are about to be given and bestowed upon us. Understanding that the Lord, really does care about us. But we love the Lord. We love the Lord too. For those of us who are chosen to do this work, for those of us who are chosen to believe through faith, we love Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. We're a fervent lover of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, calling him by his name. Okay, we know the name. We know the truth. For those of us that have the understanding of the scriptures, man, according to how GMS teaches it, which GMS has 100% truth. All right, then we know that what the Lord is setting up for us, man, is going to be a beautiful thing. But we have to be ready for it spiritually, right? Making sure that we're studying, we're reading, we're understanding what the Lord is about to do, so that way fear doesn't enter in, because fear enters in when there's doubt, and doubt comes when you don't know, and you don't know because you don't read. So with that, Lord, one of us was edifying. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, Bashim Hakodah Shalom.